championships, 5 state runner-ups, 34 district championships. Tradition lives on here at Neville High School. This is Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network. Neville football is presented by French and Page Smith, James Machine Works, Family Solutions, Mama DeLuca's Pizza, Frank Nettles Automotive, Catahoula's Restaurant, Shell Chiropractic, Podna's Barbecue, Tenori's on Louisville, The Paper Market, Martinez Chiropractic, Go Family Health, and these fine sponsors. Now it's time to hand it off to play-by-play announcer Stuart Shelby as he joins former Tiger quarterback Robert Lane in the Family Solutions broadcast booth for tonight's pregame show. Take it away, guys. And we're live here from Grambling State University, the site, Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium here. And tonight's contest has moved up a night due to the effects of Hurricane Delta. It's already drizzling a little bit. Some of the outer bands working their way into our area, but it's Neville versus Ruston, the second oldest rivalry in the history of Louisiana high school football. Dates back every year since 1931. These two have matched up, and they've also matched up about 5 or 6 times in the playoffs. The Tigers leading the Bearcats, I believe, 49-42-1 over that span. Stuart Shelby now joined by former Tiger quarterback Robert Lane, who's handling the color duties for us this year. Welcome to Grambling, Robert.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart. Glad to be here on this sloppy Thursday night. Hopefully the Tigers come ready to play. They're going to be facing a very good Ruston Bearcat team tonight. In this nasty weather, it could get interesting. It's going to be about ball control and who can control the offensive and defensive line of scrimmage. I think that's going to be the key to tonight's game.
Yeah, the last time I was at Grambling, Robert, it was a natural turf field. It's been about 15, 16 years ago as we brought to you just real quickly here by Family Solutions. Family Solutions has sponsored the broadcast booth. We are live from the Family Solutions broadcast booth here tonight at Eddie G. Robinson Stadium, but you're right. In these drizzly conditions, a little bit nicer when it's the field turf down there. And Grambling Stadium looks great. I really, as we kick off the show, they have really bent over backwards for us here. Alan Blakeney is the director of media or at least the video production here, and he has really extended a gracious hand and has taught us a lot, as well as helped us a lot here as we are in pretty much our 2.5 weeks into this Neville Tiger Network, and we're just happy to bring you this broadcast. But let's get back to the field conditions. We've seen it kind of drizzly rain. It hasn't been a torrential downpour or anything just yet. Field's going to be a little bit slick as we see the Tigers on the field getting ready for battle. But you played on turf your whole college career right there. Nights like this, any extra spikes? What do you do for anything like this?
Yeah, when we were in college, you could get little longer spikes to put in your cleats for nights like tonight, because this field turf, while it is great as far as field conditions compared to the old grass turf that we all are used to playing on, that can get really, really sloppy. This field turf, while it's great, it does become slick. And I think that's going to be a part of this game tonight with the footing of the players as well as the ball. The ball is going to get wet tonight. These kids have not had any experience at that this year due to one of COVID, not being able to practice a whole lot, but also you don't play in games like this very often in this type of weather. So it's going to be about making adjustments and protecting the ball tonight, Stuart.
Yeah, it definitely is. And as you know, we hadn't gotten into what Ruston brings to the table. The Tigers winning last week's opener over the Leesville Wampus Cats 29-7, but Ruston with a big win of its own against 5A foe Airline. They racked up a lot of points, 48-14, and made it look easy. Contravian Bull Hargrove really went off there in 6 carries, over 150 yards and a few touchdowns, and then he had a little bit of a hiccup with a knee injury, so I don't believe we're going to see him tonight. But as you've seen on film, Ruston's got a stable of talent over there.
Yes, unfortunately, number 9, Contravian Hargrove was injured, and it looked pretty bad on film. I did see him out tonight walking around. He had a knee brace, which is good to see. He's not dressed out, which if you're a Tiger fan, that's a good thing based on the little bit of film that we watched on him. This kid is an absolute stud. He's being recruited, I think, nationally by Division I schools. He is just a warhorse of a back, and unfortunately, like I said, he is not going to be able to play tonight. But number 2, the running back for Ruston, his last name is Griffin. He is a very, very good, powerful back. He is a well above average running back for high school. And he stepped up after the injury occurred in the first quarter to Hargrave, and he did a phenomenal job. And he's going to be something that Neville's going to have to deal with tonight, no doubt.
You're right about that. I mean, the quarterback, Willis, I know you remember C.J. Willis, ended up going to LSU playing baseball right there, but it was a talented quarterback in his own right a couple of years ago as the Bearcats got going. But from there, okay, from there we will try to get things moving. But Willis, his younger brother, is the quarterback right now. So what we've got to do from there is really contain him and the Bearcat running backs that we've got in line. So real quick, well, it's going to take a quick break. We're here in pregame. This is the Neville Tiger Network here as we await the kickoff from Neville versus Ruston right here in Grambling, Louisiana. We'll be right back. Well, no, we're not. We're going to keep that right here. We're going to keep that right here. Give me, Robert, let's talk about that Bearcat defense.
Yeah, the Bearcat defense, let's talk about that. They are led by Kyle Williams, the new defensive coordinator, who played defensive line here at Ruston, as well as LSU and the Buffalo Bills, an all-pro defensive tackle in the NFL. So he obviously knows what he's doing when it comes to defense. They basically run a 4-2-5, which is 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs, 2 of those being the safeties. And so they fly around to the football. Number 4 is the linebacker, Jordan Williams, very, very active on tape when I watch the film. He's very fast. He runs to the ball good, and he's a plugger. I expect Ruston and Kyle Williams to try to disrupt the Neville run game by running their athletic linebackers through tonight, through the line of scrimmage, and creating chaos there in the backfield. Also, number 37, Brylam Elmore is a linebacker. He's very fast in space. He doesn't do a very good job of getting off blocks, but when he's not blocked, he runs sideline to sideline, and it's going to be a challenge for Neville's two good running backs to be able to get outside as much as they did last week against Leesville. I think tonight's going to be a true test for the Neville offense and the Neville run game. And as far as the offense goes for Neville tonight, you've got Timothy Bird, who you saw last week against Leesville. He's electric. Took the first play 79 yards to the house, and also number 28, A.J. Allen, is also a great 1-2 punch in this Neville run game. I think tonight, Brett Batterford, quarterback for Neville, he's going to have to protect the ball and operate the offense. He's going to have to take what the Ruston Bearcat defense gives them. Neville's offense is going to have to sustain drives tonight to eat up some clock. That's what Ruston's offense does, and you can't have 3 and outs tonight if you're Neville's offense, because it puts Ruston's offense back on the field, puts the Neville defense back on the field, and you can't have Neville's defense out there playing 12, 15 snaps and coming back out and going 3 and out. So whoever can sustain drives and put points on the board and not turn the ball over is going to be the key. And Neville's offensive line, they did a very good job against Leesville. Big Will Campbell kind of anchors that line. He's going to have a big night. Ruston's defensive line is a lot bigger and a lot more physical than Leesville's defensive line was. So
yeah, I mean, Ruston's ranked, I believe, like 8th in the 5A poll, and I think that's doing a little disservice to the Ruston Bearcats. They're a better football team than that. But what it tells you is in the past few years, Ruston, even with a lot of talent, has kind of stumbled there in the playoffs. Coach Ball and his staff over there is really done a wonderful job of, like we talked about this with Coach Tannehill in the pregame. I mean, I guess Wednesday's coaches show at Melvin's, that what Ruston has done is bringing back that tradition back to Ruston. They went a couple of years where they kind of lost their way there for a few years, but what Ball has done, he's gotten the kids back from Lincoln Parish. He's gotten the fans back from Lincoln Parish. People are coming into the from the private schools back into the public system. And we're going to do and that's what it takes. I mean, that's where it was. The old Ruston-Neville rivalries in the 80s and in the early 90s were just something to behold. And it was packed stands. But the last time we were at Ruston, when they were the home team, Ruston handed it to us pretty handily. One of the worst losses Neville's had in the past 10 years. What that did was spur on a semifinal run in the playoffs there. It kind of woke the Tigers up. Coach Tannehill had mentioned that in the pregame or in the Wednesday night coaches show. So from that perspective, he obviously doesn't want that type of wake-up call here tonight. I think offensively, like you mentioned, the two backs, Bird and Allen, a great 1-2 punch there from the Tigers' backfield. And the key, some of those deals is that offensive line. Some of those keys to the game right there is how they're going to play against a very talented front seven from the Ruston Bearcats. So as we see some fans kind of sprinkling in there on the visitor side, we're high atop Eddie G. Robinson Stadium here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. We moved this game to Grambling because of, the COVID restrictions. They're trying to get as many fans as possible in here. And then we tried to move it up to kind of beat the rain right here. We'll see what type of fan support we have. I know the Ruston side is filled up, are starting to fill up kind of nicely. Everybody's kind of waiting before game time as we still are about 15 minutes away from kickoff here at Grambling. But the bands are out there. The Neville band kind of stringing itself out there along the field. So we are still in pregame here on the Neville Tiger Network, and if you're looking for the Neville versus Ruston contest, you found it. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. You can also, if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook Live, thanks for tuning in. We also have apps on Roku and Fire Stick. If you just search Neville on Roku or Amazon Fire Stick, it'll pull up our channel. Or you can watch it directly on the World Wide Web at www.NevilleTigerNetwork.com. It's www.NevilleTigerNetwork.com. And over the past few weeks since we launched this little venture here, a lot of great feedback. We appreciate all your feedback, and we also are striving to give you a better product each and every week. And if you saw where we started here and where we are at this point, it's one heck of a jump. And we still got a long way to go, But we thank everybody for tuning in. So, well, Robert, we see all the pep squads coming out, and the Ruston squad's getting out there. The Tigers still out taking a knee in the end zone there. I don't know if they've got the visitors' locker room there on the other side.
Yeah,
and
they've been out on the field since pregame. They hadn't been back into the locker room. Not sure what's going on there. Don't know, maybe a COVID restriction or something like that.
Yeah,
Not sure.
Yeah, we're right. But either way, what we've got, I know the good people at Grambling and here in Grambling, Louisiana, that have made the trek over to Eddie G. Robinson Stadium are ready for some football, and so are we. But before we do that, we need to thank some of our sponsors. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the game and a couple more insights before kickoff. You're listening to Neville Tiger Football on the Neville Tiger Network.
Stop into Central Station. We have many convenient locations ready for you. Stop in to rest, fill up on gas, and grab a great bite to eat. Central Station locations offer clean restrooms and easy access. Stop into Central Station today.
From her start as a prosecutor in Monroe City Court, maintaining law and order in Northeast Louisiana's largest city, to serving as Monroe's chief legal advisor as its city attorney, Angie has the knowledge needed to ensure our courts are fair and accountable to the public. On November 3rd, please vote Angie Dios-Sturtevant for our next district judge.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
Thank you, Neville coaches, staff, and teachers for taking care of our family.
Now let us at Shell Chiropractic take care of you.
Inventory at Sparks Nissan Kia in Monroe, including huge lineups of popular new Nissan and Kia models, plus more pre-owned options from the best trade-ins. This means we can offer you more choices and competitive pricing. So let's make a deal. Shop the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, more than any other dealer in Northeast Louisiana, and put a spark in your drive today. Shop in person or online now at drivesparks.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back into the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Stuart Shelby, Robert Lane with you here to bring you tonight's football game between the Neville Tigers and the Ruston Bearcats. We are live at Grambling University at Eddie G. Robinson Stadium. And Robert, as we get to, we talked a little bit about it earlier in pregame, but as we get to these keys to the game that are sponsored by the Paper Market in Monroe. If you're planning a party or any type of engagement, stop by and see Amy and the gang there at Paper Market on Forsyth in Monroe. So we mentioned the offensive line, you know, for the Tigers trying to have to dominate or do something with a very talented defensive front from Ruston. What else do you see the Tigers need to do to be successful here this evening?
Yeah, I think the main thing for the Neville offense is sustaining long drives tonight, running the football, protecting the football, and putting points on the board each drive, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. Neville's going to have to eat up some clock and keep Ruston's offense off the field and try to shorten this game and win on this nasty night. Mainly by protecting the ball and sustaining drives.
Well, and there you go. There's the keys to the game brought to you by the Paper Market. Real quickly, we're going to get our injury report coming up. And as far as the Tigers are concerned, no real injuries to report. A few bumps and bruises from that first game, but this injury report is brought to you by Shell Chiropractic. Gigi Grant and Brud Boudreaux bringing you quality chiropractic care for many, many years as the Ruston Bearcats have taken the field right there. And we talked about the main injury here to the Ruston Bearcats, and that's Bull Hargrove, the talented running back, is going to be out of tonight's game with a knee injury. We do hope for that young man to be able to recover and get back to action as soon as possible. The Tigers take the field, and we're getting closer to kickoff here, about 8 minutes and a half minutes actually there to go. So we come through here. So we'll, as the Tigers have taken the field, let's talk about the starting lineup for the Tigers right here. And as we look at that, Robert, and we mentioned, Bird is a starting tailback, but there's a two-headed monster back there between him and A.J. Allen. Brett Baniford will be your signal caller for the Tigers today. The wideouts, Bill Quarius Gooden, Ben Crawford, Cam Carter. Your tight end is a senior Wes Robinson. Across the offensive line, you've got the heralded left tackle, Will Campbell, the junior there from Neville, and also another senior left guard, Gilberto Quinones. The center position locked down by Landon Sorrell, right guard Logan Smith, and the right tackle is another junior in Kane Day. Some size amongst some of those guys as we get through there.
Tonight I would love to watch. We've got the national anthem.
Yep,
going.
let's pause for the national anthem. There's our national anthem sung here at Eddie G. Robinson Stadium as we await the coin toss there at midfield.
Stuart, as I was saying earlier, I would love to see Bill Quarius Gooden get the ball tonight from Batterford.
Yep.
We've been waiting on it the last two games, Wasserman scrimmage and Leesville, and it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. They've tried to hook up there. As we get there, let's see if we can't get our on-the-field reporter, our sideline reporter tonight, Vince Burks, helping us out, one of the Neville basketball coaches. If he can get out there to the midfield for getting ready for the coin toss. It looks like your captains for tonight's game. Number 5 for the Tigers. That's Lane Blue, the senior running back, and also number 4, we talked about him earlier, Timothy Bird. And what I'm, as Vince kind of prepares hopefully to get to midfield and so we can listen to the coin toss. There we go. As it looks like the way they're doing the coin toss there is very in a socially distant fashion. We've got one down there. One captain from Ruston. That's number 2, DeAndre Griffin. Let's go down to midfield and try to see. Let's get the coin toss. Yeah, Vince. Get the mic out and
it's his first night too.
Yep. We're going on there. There's the toss. We get it on there. Looks like the Tigers have won the toss, and we will, as we see this deal, let's see what the White Hat's going to tell us. Tigers have won the toss, and they deferred, just like they have been doing for many, many years. So let's see. So as Vince was out there, let's see if we can't get him out there. Vince, after the coin toss, what's the mood on the sideline there for the Tigers?
Hello.
Hey, we got you.
Okay, the Tigers win the coin toss. They're going to defer to the second half, and Ruston's going to receive the ball.
All right. Thank you very much. What about How's it feeling down there on the turf? Is it any water pooling up or anything like
No,
that?
actually, this is one of the best drainage systems I've seen. It's not really wet at all. My shoes aren't even wet, so it's pretty dry.
Well, good deal. Good deal. Thanks, Vince Burks. We'll be checking in with you later on in the program.
Okay.
So there you had it from Mr. Burks as we're ready to kick things off here. The Bearcats set to receive. Two guys in the backfield. That looks like number 5, B.J. Green, and number 6, Christian Davis. The Tigers going to come out onto the field. William Reed going to set the tee down at the 40, and we are ready for the first quarter of play.
Kickoff coverage is where it starts. Set the tone for the game right here, Stuart. Hopefully the Tigers can come down there and make some pads pop.
Yeah, folks, if you're out there watching, we'd like to thank Catahoula's for being one of our broadcast sponsors. That's the official watch party zone of the Neville Tiger Network. That's Catahoula's there on Desert Street in Monroe. And we're set to kick it off. There's William Reed. The official has blown his whistle. And here we go. It's going to be Davis with the return. He makes a cut around the 20. He's got a little running room, but he's knocked down from behind by Lorenzel Dubose around the 25-yard line, and that's where the Ruston Bearcats will take over 1st and 10. And Dubose, you know, over the past week got his first major offer here from your alma mater, the Ole Miss Rebels.
They know good talent when they see it.
They do. They do. Only thing I can tell you about Dubose is as far as a recruit, he's a little quicker than you were.
That's right.
There.
That's why he's playing defensive back. and we've talked about Neville's defensive backs the last 2 weeks. They have really impressed us. They have covered every time they've had an opportunity, and he's obviously shown that with the Ole Miss coaches.
There's a give to the fullback right there. Not much doing for the Bearcats. That's 24, Devian Wilson.
Devian's a big kid. He's 6'1", 230. He is a load for a high school fullback. So that's something that Neville's going to have to overcome tonight.
Yeah, gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and about 8 to go here. We're in the first quarter of play. There's another handoff. Trying the right side this time. And once again, the Tiger defense collapses on the running back. That time it was DeAndre Griffin with the carry. So a gain of 1, really, they're going to mark it really no gain right there. So 3rd down and 8 on the opening drive for the Ruston Bearcats. And they swap out a few players.
Ruston reminds me of a lot of the late 90s and early 2000 West Monroe football team. They're in the eye most of the time as they line up in shotgun on 3rd down here to try to convert this 3rd and long.
There's a flag coming in there from the referee. We'll see what he's got to say. There was an extra man on the field there for Ruston as the fullbacks is trotting off. That'll be an illegal substitution, it looks like. And that'll knock it back about 5 yards to the 22-yard line. So what it was a 3rd and 8 is now a 3rd and 13 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Ruston's going to they're going to have tight splits with their big offensive linemen and try to stack it in there and pound the ball. Obviously not on 3rd and long, they're not. They got to try to make something happen here.
There's the quarterback looking to throw. A Tiger got his hand on him, but he's off to the races. He's running, and the Tigers are going to wrap him up right just shy of the 30-yard line. So the quarterback, Dawson Willis, the younger brother of CJ, avoided a sack and was able to gain a little ground, but not enough for the 1st down. And that's going to set up 4th and 5, and the Bearcats are going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, Neville's defensive line did a great job of creating pressure there and forcing him out of the pocket on 3rd and long, and the Neville DBs came up and stuck him and got him short of the 1st down.
I believe that's Dubose back there set to return it for the Tigers. Punts away, and they're going to just call it off, and it's going to bound out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it, at the 32-yard line of Neville. And the Neville defense stood up there in the first drive, and 3 and out from the Bearcats, and now it's the Tigers' turn.
That's right. That
on
was
offense.
That was Ruston's first 3 and out, and I think that we talked about that in the keys to the game. Whoever has the most 3 and outs tonight, I think, is going to come out on top. So this is Neville's opportunity right here to, on offense, come out and try to have a long, sustained drive and get points.
There's Brett Batterford, the junior quarterback for the Tigers. Timothy Bird will be to his right side. Tigers send 3 wide here on this opening play. Batterford's going to pull it from Bird, and he's got room down across the 40 to the 50-yard line, and he's wrestled down there as he crosses midfield down to the Ruston 48. That time, Bearcats keying on Bird. Batterford with the option pulls it out of his stomach, and a big gain for the Tigers on first down. And that first down is brought to you by Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Lammy and Armand in Monroe.
Yeah, I love the play call right there. Batterford is a weapon with his legs, and he showed it there.
There's a handoff. Bird, and there's nothing doing. He tried to string that wide, and the Ruston defenders were there to bring him down, led by number 49. That's Gavin Pickens, the senior defensive end for the Bearcats. And the Bearcats look on the edge just kind of like Neville does. They've got some leaner but quicker defensive end.
Yep, that's right. Ruston is fast, and you're not going to be able to run sideline to sideline with Ruston much.
And they cross back across the 50, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the Tiger 47-yard line. So 2nd and 15, rather. There's Batterford. He's going to drop back, looking to throw. He's got a man open. He's hooking up with Gooden, and there's a flag right there. But looking for Bill Quarius early on the deep post. And the Ruston defender might have gotten there a little too quickly. Let's see the call down from the official.
Yeah, it looks like going to be pass interference on Ruston there.
Yeah, Bill Quarius got a step on the Ruston safety, and he grabbed him a little bit.
Yeah, Bill Quarius beat the corner. He was open. Batterford's got to throw the ball and
make him go get it.
Make him go get it. That's it. And that's going to be 6 points right there. If Batterford just throws it, he put a little bit too much air. Fortunately, worked out for Neville. And it's going to happen. Bill Quarius and Batterford are going to hook up.
It's tonight the night. That crosses takes the ball down to the Ruston 39-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. There's a handoff behind left tackle. I believe that, again, is Bird down there. And he's going to have a nice gain on the play across the 35 to the Ruston 34-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Actually, let's call it a long 4. 2nd down and 6 here for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a great first down call. And being able to get yardage on first down, get positive yardage on first down makes it easier to call plays on 2nd and 3rd down.
There's Batterford looking to pass again. He's going to throw out to the right side, and it's over the hands of, that's 21 coming across, Cam Carter. He had a man short there in the flat for a nice game, but he's looking for Cam past the sticks, wasn't able to hook up, and it'll be 3rd down and 6.
And when you sprint out like that, as a quarterback, your first option is to run the football. If you can get the first down running the football, you run it. And it looked like Batterford had a lot of green grass right there to get positive yardage rather than throwing to a man that was covered there.
And now Batterford on the keeper. He's got room. He makes a cut. He's got some more room. Crosses the 20. Another cut, and he's finally brought down inside the 15. Let's call it the 14-yard line. So another big play there for Brett Batterford with his legs.
Yeah, that is a tremendous play by Batterford. That was a tough run. Good to see that out of him. That is going to be a huge weapon going forward for the Neville offense.
Well, that's going to move the chains, set up 1st and 10 for the Tigers. That ball placed on the 14-yard line. Batterford barking signals. There's the snap. Going to pull it again from the belly of Bird and dive into the middle of the field for a gain of about 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Right here is when you got to lean on your big offensive line and obviously number 66, Big Will Campbell.
Yeah.
This is where he can move some bodies and create positive yards and try to push this ball into the end zone here.
Yeah, Ben Crawford, the up back there for the Tigers. They've got a kind of an unbalanced line as they hand it to Bird, looking for a little running room. He might get one, but not much doing right there. They tried to overload the left side of the line and go away from that, and the Bearcats were having none of it.
Yeah, they adjusted to it, and they pulled the guard and the tackle around and tried to kick it out and create a seam there, and just weren't able to do it. It kind of got clogged up. Ruston got some good penetration there and stopped a little weak side run.
So 3rd down and 7 here from the Tigers, deep in Ruston Bearcat territory. Bird dotting the I behind Batterford, but there's going to be a timeout taken by the Tigers. And with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Neville Tiger football right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
At Caples and Robinson Orthodontics, making beautiful smiles is our passion. Our doctors are Northeast Louisiana's trusted board-certified orthodontists, and they love helping our patients create the smile they've always wanted.
I'm Christian Creed. Catherine and I have been your local injury attorneys for more than 20 years. At Creed & Creed, we don't use gimmicks. We value our community and the clients we serve. When you see a Creed & Creed ad, you know it's real. Real clients, real results, and no fine print. Don't be misled by out-of-town attorneys using dramatizations or paid testimonials. If you've been involved in an accident, call Creed & Creed today.
And we're back here at Eddie G. Robinson Stadium in the Family Solutions broadcast booth, and we're watching the Tigers face a 3rd down and 7 from the Ruston 11-yard line. Batterford barking the signals. He's got it. Going to look towards the end zone, and a little miscommunication. The running back or the intended receiver just wasn't looking for the football, throwing the back corner fade, and Dexter Robinson just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, they were trying to get him on a corner route there in the back of the end zone, and I think Batterford threw it before he made his break, and number 3 just didn't. He wasn't expecting the ball. It looked like it was actually a good throw. If Neville's receiver is able to track the ball, he can run up under it and catch that, and that would have been 6 points. So the passing game for Neville has got to come together. It's almost there. We've talked about Gooden. Dexter Robinson is a good, quick receiver that has some skills to do some things down the field. So, again, this is only the second game. Neville's offense, the receivers and quarterbacks didn't have a chance to do any 7-on-7s this summer due to the COVID restrictions. So it has obviously showed, but Batterford has a very, very good arm. I think he's going to be a talented thrower, talented passer, and the receivers, they've just got to get on the same page, and it's things like that we've seen early that hopefully they can improve on with a little bit more practice and get that worked out, because that's 6 points right there for Neville's offense.
Well, they've tried William Reed out to attempt a field goal. This one, the ball spotted at the 18-yard line. This will be a 28-yard attempt. There's the snap. It is down. The kick is up.
No good.
And it's no good. He pushed it a little bit right. So a nice drive for the Tigers to open up the first quarter on the offensive side of the football, but it stalls out around the 11-yard line, and William Reed's 28-yard attempt was just a little bit right, and there's still no score.
Stuart, they did one of the two things that we talked about in the keys of the game earlier. They had a long, sustained drive. Where they messed up is they didn't get points on the board. Got to be able to finish the drive and get points, especially against a good Ruston defense like they are. I'm not sure how many minutes they took up there on that drive, but that was a good drive for Neville's offense.
All right, so the Tiger defense out for the second time tonight. First, they force the Bearcats on a 3-and-out. They take over from the 20. There's a handoff into the interior, and really not much doing once again for the Bearcats. They've been testing the middle of that Tiger defensive line, much to no avail.
Yeah, the Tigers' defensive line has held up strong so far. It's allowing the linebackers, Neville's linebackers, to get through and make the play there at the line of scrimmage.
Here's second down as Willis under center right here. He's going to step out and make the play call.
That's actually number 14, Osborne there, the sophomore.
Actually, it is. And once again, another handoff off the left side this time, and not much going on. And it is Jaden Osborne, the sophomore. So I don't know if anything's happened. If this was a planned deal, I don't see Willis there. He's number 7. He's on the sidelines. He's got his helmet back on. So we'll see if we can't figure out what's going on with that. So third down and 7 here for the Bearcats.
This is a huge play for the Neville's defense right here.
Here's a snap. Looks like Osborne's going to look to throw. He's going deep. He's going right at Dubose, and he knocks it out. There was a great coverage there. Dubose was with him step for step the whole way.
Yep, that's the kid that just got offered by Ole Miss, and it shows right there. We've watched that now in 3 games, him run with receivers and be disciplined and look for the football. The only thing I would say there, he could have become the receiver a little better and actually made that play. He chose to bat it down. Still a great play. Now it forces Ruston to have to punt the ball to Neville's offense.
Yeah, the second consecutive drive, the Tigers have forced a 3-and-out. Late addition to the Tiger punt team as that ball is snapped back. Punt is away. That's Allen back to receive this one, and this one bounds again out of bounds. This is closer to the 50. Let's call it the 49-yard line of Neville. And as they change outside, let's see if we can't go down to Vince on the sideline and see if we can get some of his thoughts about what's going on after those first 2 big defensive stops. We're looking for Vince down there. Vince, you with us?
I am. How are you doing?
There you go. Good. How's the mood on the sidelines after those first couple stops for Neville?
Well, we suffered an injury start off, and looked like it was going to be kind of a bad thing. Hen Roberts' shoulder, I think, kind of came out of place, but he's back in the game. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay, but right now it's just a typical Neville Ruston game, smash mouth. First team scores probably will win.
All right, thanks a lot, Vince. So with that on first, you saw the first down play, only netting the Tigers about 2 yards, but it was an interesting fact about Hinton banged up, but he says he's getting back in there and he's ready to go.
Yeah, we're going to need him.
There's a throw, looking for Robinson again from Battleford, and that well defended by the Ruston Bearcats. I believe that was 15, Aaron Wright, who broke that pass up. So the Tigers facing another third down here.
Yeah, they were just trying to throw the hitch there and get some yards on second down to make third down a little more manageable here. And now they face a third and long. It makes it tough. You're going to have to make a play right here.
All right, A.J. Allen in there beside Battleford here on this third down play. 7:55 to go here in the first quarter. He's going downfield into coverage, and that pass is broken up. He went to double coverage, and one of the corner came off of Gooden, it looked like, and came into there. So,
yeah, look, I don't know if someone maybe ran the wrong route there. 2 Neville receivers ended up really close to each other, and it brought the Ruston defender over to where Battleford was trying to throw the ball, and it was kind of hard to tell if they were supposed to be. I know they weren't supposed to be that close together, so I'm assuming somebody got off track there.
Tigers are set to punt this one away. As the Bearcats defense is held, there's the snap from Drew Jarrell. Oh, and then that's going to be probably a 15-yarder as a Bearcat came in and ran into William Reed back there punting. So this might give the Tigers a first down right here as we have a personal foul, roughing the kicker, and a big mistake for the Bearcat defense at this point in the football game.
Yeah, that's a killer there. your defense does a good job and gets off the field, and your special teams comes in and gives the Neville offense another shot. And you see the Ruston Bearcat, they just came out from – the defense just came out from under the tent. They were going to try to rest up, and now here you go again, and you got to go try to stop a strong Neville offense here.
Well, after the penalty, it moves the football down to the Ruston 39-yard line. That'll be another Mama DeLuca's Pizza first down. And as Batterford runs back out on the field, A.J. Allen still on his right side. He's going to hand it to Allen, and he's got mush. You might have a gain of about 1 there, or actually lose a yard on first down.
Yeah, I think that play kind of got wadded up in there. Neville's going to have to create some space by being able to throw the ball some. And successfully throw it, and then also getting on the edges with either Batterford or Bird or A.J. Allen and running the football.
There's the option again, and that time he pulled it out of Allen's chest and paid the price, as the first couple of plays have gone moving backwards here for the Tigers. Yeah, and you get these third and long situations, you become very predictable as an offense.
That's right. The last 2 third and longs, Neville's dropped back and tried to force the ball down the field. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. The good thing is the clock is ticking, and Neville's got the ball. So right here, you got to have a positive play.
There's Batterford rolling to his left, and once again, it just looks like some mix-up. That time he looked like he was looking for Gooden, but he was downfield blocking, and Crawford was dragging across. I don't know if he just missed the pass or he was looking for Gooden.
Yeah, the passing game for Neville has not been on the same page with Batterford and the receivers. That's for sure.
Well, as we get out here on fourth down, we're going to come back. I mean, the Tigers get a break with the penalty there from Ruston. But this time, Reed's going to send it down out of bounds on the far sideline. It's going to come up to the 19-yard line, and that's where Ruston will take over 1st and 10 for their third drive of the evening.
Yeah, so far, Stuart, this has been a defense-heavy game. That is for sure. Neville's defense has held strong so far, and besides the first drive where Neville moved the ball on Ruston's defense, Ruston has come out and held strong against Neville's offense. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes from here.
This is Willis, I believe, back out, rolling right, and nice coverage there by the Tigers. That's number 30, Zay Straughter, on that one right there.
Yeah, the wet night was involved in that right there. Number 10 just wasn't able to hold on to it. That was a good throw. It was good coverage by Neville, but a good throw by the quarterback there at Ruston, and just went straight through his hands. I'm sure the ball is pretty slick as I watch the rain come down here tonight. Neville's defense is holding strong. The defensive line has really showed up tonight, which is a good thing to see against this potent running game that Ruston has showed against Airline that we saw on tape.
All right. Everybody, we apologize here. We're having a few little technical difficulties.